If you enjoy, please like and subscribe. Beaver Trivia. Following is a batch of Leave It to Beaver trivia, and quotes that Beaver fans might find useful and/or entertaining. The opening titles. A brand new main title sequence was filmed for each of the 6 Leave It to Beaver seasons. In case you can't remember all of them, here's a brief description of the 6 different openings. Season 1, The Handprints in Wet Cement opening. Season 2, Ward and June meet the boys at the bottom of the staircase. Season 3, Ward and June enter the boys' bedroom, awakening them for school. The first season in the new house at 211 Pine Street, Mayfield, USA. Season 4, Ward and June hand the boys their coats on the front porch. Season 5, Yard Work, featuring June presenting a tray of ice-cold homemade lemonade for her hard-working crew of 3 men in the front yard. This is the worst opening, MO, which also features the magical closing front door, after June exits the house with her tray of beverage delights. Perhaps Eddie Haskell was inside to serve as doorman or something. I only hope somebody gave this opening's creator the business for producing such an opening credit sequence, which comes complete with Beaver's delightfully fake lip licking in anticipation of receiving a glass of June's ice-cold beverage. Smiley Face Season 6, the 1962-1963, jazzed up beginning, with everybody running toward Ward's brand new 62 Plymouth Fury 4-door sedan. Quotes, Leave It to Beaver had its fair share of laugh-out-loud lines of dialogue during its 6-year duration on network TV. Here are some of my favorite bits of LITB humor, and a whole lot of additional funny dialogue can be found later in this blog when I list all of the episodes in the series. Eddie Haskell, Good morning, Mrs. Cleaver. Gee, Mrs. Cleaver, your kitchen always looks so clean. My mother says it looks as though you never do any work in here. Fred Rutherford, oh, you don't have to worry about Clarence's driving, Ward. When it comes to brains, he's got a head on him like the Rock of Gibraltar. June, do you have room in your suitcase for my shoes? Ward, yeah, I guess so. What's the matter with your suitcase, June? Well, I don't want to jam them in with my dresses. Ward, oh, of course not. Maybe you could wrap them in one of my clean shirts. Wally, gee, Dad, we didn't mean to get Mr. Rutherford, with the barrel hoops. Beaver, yeah, we hollered at Meathead, and he came running out. June, Ward, what happened at the office today? Ward, well. One of the office jokers put pencil shavings in Fred Rutherford's instant coffee jar. June, did Fred think that was funny? Ward, no, he never noticed. Ward, oh, my comment about hairstyles wasn't referring to you, dear. Your hair looks like it never saw a curler. June, who's Cornelia Rayburn, and when did she see you off your feet? June, Ward, why don't you ever bring me flowers? Ward, I'm the kind that says it with seat covers. June, honestly, Ward, Wally, just looks like a gangster. The next thing you know, he's going to be wearing a leather jacket and motorcycle boots. Ward, remember when Beaver had to have that football helmet? I paid $6 for it. 2 days later he gave it to the milkman in case he had a head-on collision. Ward, how can you try too hard to be a good parent? June, I don't know. But it looks like you've mastered it. Ward, well, Duke, is Mayfield going to have another good basketball team next year? Duke Hathaway, oh, I don't think so, Mr. Cleaver, I'm graduating. Wally, heck, if a girl called up here, you wouldn't tell her I was taking a bath, would ya? Ward, well, with the number of baths you take, I don't think the risk is very great. Eddie, the way he looks at me when he opens the door. Sometimes I think he'd be happier to see Khrushchev standing there. Miss Hanson, Alma's mother, Mrs. Cleaver, I hope we didn't keep you away from your dishes. June, not at all, they're used to being alone. June, well, Ward, just because you were a hoodlum when you were young is no reason to have my babies traveling around the countryside like a couple of gypsies. Ward, oh, that Eddie Haskell. June, just for that, I'm going to put mayonnaise on his sandwich. Ward, that's my girl. Ward, hey June, Beaver just told me that Wally intercepted a pass today and ran for a touchdown. June, oh no, Ward. Now they'll probably want him to play all the time. June, well, Beaver, did you have a good day today? Beaver, no, I went to school. June, I hope Beaver had something to eat over at the Mondello's. Wally, I wouldn't worry about that, Mom. Every time you go over there, somebody's always eating. June, Ward, sometimes I think you like to stay late down at that office. Ward, oh sure. It's a regular 24-hour Mardi Gras down there. Wally, women are funny, maybe they like to smell like old catcher's mitts. Eddie, athletics are fine, Mr. Cleaver. Of course, my father prefers me to develop in a normal manner. Wally, gee, Mom, the way they fix ladies' hair nowadays, you can't tell whether they've been to the beauty parlor or just standing around in the wind. Wally, you know, Lumpy, your whole tailpipe is wired up with a coat hanger. Lumpy, yeah, I did that to pass the safety inspection. Wally's babes, another interesting topic that can be used for LITB list making, is Wally's girlfriends. My favorites would be both Mary Ellen and Julie, a dead heat for top doll, aka Wally's top babes. Smiley face, here's a relatively complete list of girls whom Wallace Cleaver was associated with throughout the LITB series. Mary Ellen Rogers, played by Pamela Baird. Julie Foster, Cheryl Holdridge. Gloria Cusick, also played by Cheryl Holdridge. Carolyn Stewart, Vicky Albright. Evelyn Boothby, Mary Mitchell. Margie Manners, Candy Moore. Alma Hansen, Carol Sides. Penny Jameson, also portrayed by Carol Sides. Kitty Bannerman, Bernadette Withers. Kathy Gregory, Carol Wells. Laurie and Brenda Scott. Gail Preston, Lorraine Stevens. Ginny Townsend, Linda Bennett. Caroline Cunningham, Karen Green. Shirley Fletcher, Beverly Lunsford. Honorable mentions, Judy, played by Barbara Parkins. Judy can't really, officially, be considered one of Wally's girls, but he did make goo-goo eyes at her in one episode in season 5. Carol Martin, a tennis player, played by Cindy Robbins, who took Wally for a ride in order to lure her real boyfriend back into her scheming arms. That vixen. She doesn't deserve the likes of a Wallace Cleaver, Marlene Holmes, Diane Sayer. This girl, from the wrong side of the tracks, who drank beer and smoked cigarettes, that tramp. Gave Wally, to my knowledge, his only on-screen kiss, and a beaut it was, which took Wally by surprise as he uttered, after the sensuous smooch, a shocked, "Galway."